Good morning, Fort Hood. How y'all doing today? God, can I hear you? How you guys doing today? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start the demonstration, I would like to introduce the members of our ground crew. From Oregon, Utah, Trooper Laney. From New Braunfels, Texas, Sergeant Smith. From Richmond, Texas, Trooper Pennington. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Trooper Gruska. From Kansas City, Missouri, Trooper Bean. From Lincoln, North Carolina, Trooper Wilson. From St. Louis, Missouri, Staff Sergeant Williams. And from Middletown, Maryland, Sergeant Devine. And I'm Sergeant Moreno from Nuevo Laredo, Mexico, with the United States Army 1st Cavalry Division Horse Cavalry Detachment. On behalf of Lieutenant General Admiral, Commander of the 3rd Corps, and 4 Cavazos, and Major General Felton, Commander of the 1st Cavalry Division, I would like to welcome you to today's Mounted Cavalry demonstration. For over 200 years, cavalry has served the United States in its most mobile, most versatile form of combat. In fact, cavalry is still known as the combat arm of the nation. The 1st Cavalry Division was formed by commanding 4 of the U.S. Cavalry regiments to help settle the West after the Civil War. Serving the public for the past 5 decades, the horse detachment have traveled throughout the United States, appearing upon request in ceremonies, parades, rodeos, and other various celebrations to include the inaugural parades of 4 former presidents, Ronald Reagan, George W. Bush, and Donald J. Trump. As tradition dictates, we have attempted to keep our mounts matched in size and color, with a minimum amount of white markings. All of our horses are saddle broke before being accepted by the detachment, yet it is found that all our horses adapt to this type of work. With the mechanization of the 20th century, new challenges came forward that forever changed the face of war. As war became more and more technically advanced, it became harder to make effective use of our horses, and so sadly, we had to retire the faithful mounts that served us so well. But today, even though we may drive a tank or fly a helicopter, the heritage repair has not been forgotten. In fact, we keep our mounts with us, constantly reminding us that even though the face of war may shift and change, still, we are the cavalry! Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching Close Order Drill, demonstrating as part of the School of the Soldier Mounted. Taken from the Army's Cavalry Drill and Tactics, manual dated in 1874. During the demonstration, the commander will lead the demo team through various drill movements. These movements will be conducted at a walk, a trot, a gallop, and negotiated in fouls, as well as columns of 2s and 4s. The first drill movement, by 2s from the right, left and right will bring the troopers into columns of 2s. The next command, form force, places the detachment into columns of 4s. Force, right and left, front into a line, places the detachment aligned with the commander and the guidon bearer at the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the inverted wagon wheel. The troopers pivot at the center as the ranks pass between each other in opposite directions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the cavalry! Force forward is another method of bringing the detachment into columns of 4s. The detachment will not conduct a counter column movement. This drill is used to reverse the direction of the detachment. The drill you're now watching is twos from the center, left and right about. The reverse of the previous drill is twos to the center, left and right about. This shows the wagon wheel. Riders and mounts perform a wheeling movement in unison. Coming out of the wagon wheel, the detachment will turn into columns of twos in preparation for the next drill. The next drill you'll see is circles by files, where each file conducts two circles to the left and right, as each rider meets up with their partner at the center of the course. Coming out of the circles, the detachment will again form into columns of twos in preparation for the next drill. You're now watching the crisscross. It is formed with two columns of troopers galloping in figures of 8 in opposite directions, thereby crossing paths at the center of the course. Coming out of the crisscross, the commander will prepare the gallery drill, in which the command team rides off to the left rear, while the rest of the demonstration team rides off to the right front. The separate elements will gallop to figures of 8, with the command element passing through the center of the demonstration team. Bringing the detachment team back together, the commander will direct files left and right in preparation for individual and team weapon drills. Alright, come on people, get loud. Come on, get loud. For the next phase of our demonstration, the horse detachment personnel will perform the weapon utilization skills common to the U.S. cavalry during the late 1870s. Their weapons were the 1873 Smith & carbine, the 1873 Colt single-action revolver, and the 1860 light cavalry saber.
Fire, Will! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4
Cavalry Trooper maintains flexibility and mobility through the use of the 1873 Springfield Carbine Chopper Model Caliber 4570. This weapon allowed a trooper to fly mounted and dismounted and provided an excellent standoff capability of 200 yards. Demonstrating the carbine today is our first out, Trooper Allen, our second out, Sergeant Newman, our third out, Trooper Giraldo, and our fourth out, First Sergeant Minor. Our next event is single pistols. The Colt single action caliber 45 revolver was the trooper's favorite weapon due to its 6-shot capability. The revolver has an effective range of 50 yards and afforded the troopers a close in combat weapon. Demonstrating the revolver is Trooper Giraldo and First Sergeant Minor. When all else failed, the trooper depended on a sever-pressing saber. Designed in 1860, the saber was a modification of the 1840 model known as the old wristbreaker. The cavalryman used the saber as a close-quarter weapon to engage their opponents. The saber course is used to test the trooper's ability to engage mounted, dismounted, and prone opponents. The final target, the chopping block, is designed to test the trooper's ability to chop the target with a slashing motion at a full gallop. Demonstrating the saber course today is our first out, Trooper Allen. Our second out, Staff Sergeant Eiswanger. Our third out, Trooper Beeler. And finishing the saber course, today is our last out, Sergeant Newman. The soldiers you see running around the course, picking up and moving equipment are the ground crew. Without their expert knowledge and support, we cannot bring you the fine performance you're seeing today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the ground crew. The next event, Class Sabers, will demonstrate the lethality of the trooper and mount, armed with only a saber. Our first team, Trooper Allen and Trooper Giraldo, will cover the distance of 2 football fields while executing 11 targets in under 20 seconds simultaneously. Just in case you missed it, watch Staff Sergeant Eiswanger and Trooper Beeler demonstrate this event one more time. During the 1870s, the Army needed heavy wagons to carry the supplies during long outings by the cavalry. Fully loaded, the M1878 escort wagon could weigh more than 2 tons. To pull this load, the Army needed a strong and intelligent animal, the Army Mule. Even though this animal has many assets, its stubborn and ornery characters produce many legends. To control this animal, the Army needed someone that was even more stubborn and ornery. Thus the Mule Skinner, our legend himself. The trooper you see shooting the balloons is the camper. It was his job to protect the wagon and its team, allowing the Mule Skinner to focus on driving. Our wagon is a replica of the M1878 escort supply wagon. It was built by members of the detachment in accordance with Army specifications from the 1870s. The wagon was pulled by 2 to 4 mules, or horses, depending on the availability of ammo and mission requirements. Please note the colors of the wagon. These are the colors specified by the War Department during the Indian Wars period. Many attempts to cover Trooper Mao were shot from under him. When this happened, a combined team was used to rescue the downed trooper with whatever means was available to them. A favorite method was known as the down rider pickup. Demonstrating this method is our down rider, Trooper Laney, his pickup rider, First Sergeant Minor, and their outriders, Captain Corfield and Staff Sergeant Aswanger. Ladies and gentlemen, the troopers are now going to ride out in true cavalry style. They'll go away because they'll be right back, and I'll introduce them and their mounts. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you the members of the 1st Cavalry Division Horse Cavalry Detachment Demonstration Team. Leading our demonstration team, our commander, Ronnie Shoemaker from Rochester, New York, Captain Garfield. Our gunner bearer, riding driftwood from Houston, Texas, Trooper Geraldo. Riding marshal from Clovis, California, Staff Sergeant Icelonger. Riding Brent from Fort Worth, Texas, Sergeant Newman. Riding Charlie from Mansfield, Texas, Trooper Allen. Riding Lefty from Lindell, Texas, Trooper Biller. And our 1st Sergeant, riding Poncho from Ottawa, Illinois, 1st Sergeant Miner. Driving Traveler and Trudy from El Paso, Texas, our mule skinner, Sergeant Luna. And protecting the wagon and the mules from Del Rio, Texas, or Stromper, Staff Sergeant Rivas. And of course, our detachment doc, Doc Holiday. Last but not least, led today by Staff Sergeant Smith from Keokuk, Iowa, our ground crew. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our demonstration. Thank you for attending and have a wonderful day. If you like a barn tour, please head to the front of the barn and the troopers will be there to assist you shortly.